Good evening, friends. First of all, wishing everybody a very happy Republic Day. And today is a good day to draw some channels and some trend lines and see what may happen. Not what will happen, but what may happen. Before we get started, first of all, like, share, subscribe the channel so that we can keep bringing, great content to you. And also, if you'd like, you can join our platinum services where you sit with me during market hours. Plus, there is the diamond, silver, copper, uh, etc. other services which have different levels of perks. It's very critical these days, you know, to get out of the way of the market because if the market starts coming down very sharply, as we've seen, you have to move out of the way first. If you have questions, you can WhatsApp 98710 or email ashwani_gujral@yahoo.com. That's ASHWANI_GUJRAL. Now, we've been getting lots of requests for a live webinar. The last one we did was in November. So, in case you all are interested, please express your interest on email and WhatsApp. And if there is enough interest, we would do a fresh webinar with fresh charts, with everything which has happened recently. So that would add lots of value, plus things that we have sort of developed recently will also get included. So in case you'd like us to make fresh effort, we can do that. And meanwhile, let's get started and let's look at the Nifty chart. Now here, this is 7,500. This is 10,800. So if you draw a channel through these 2 points and connect broadly all the highs that we have seen, somewhere here, the market started to break the channel on the upside and reversed. The important thing is reversed. And because of this reversal, levels up to the lower end of the channel have opened up. This is about 13,000 to 13,200. So this is as far as the Nifty is concerned. And what can happen during these periods when a market is reverting back to the mean, that you can sometimes have global markets up, but you are moving down. So this is a trend line you can draw from this level at about 11,500 through 13,150, and this trend line has broken down on the downside. So next nearest target is about 13,700. So this is as far as the Nifty is concerned. And let's have a look at Bank Nifty. Here the situation is a little more interesting. There are 2 channels which can be drawn here. This is one channel from where we broke out and we made another channel here, and we have broken down from this trend line. So the bank nifty is also weakened. So what is likely is that bank nifty could come down to 28,000 type of zone, which is 50% of 24 to 32 broadly. So somewhere here you could have the bank nifty come down to. Now the issue is that almost all this channel you want, you can extend till here. Now almost all sectors are showing this sort of action where they are breaking down from support. So the market is extremely precariously poised, and on the Nifty you want 14,400 to be regained for a reversal. On Bank Nifty you want 31,500 regained if you want a sustainable reversal. Now let's look at a couple of more indices. This is Nifty IT. Again, if we draw a channel from here and extend it till here, again you can see we went outside this channel and have now returned back inside. This, according to me, is a sell signal, and even on Nifty IT, a correction seems very likely. Now the joker in the pack is our favorite, Reliance Industries. This is a crash. There is no other way to describe it. 2120 to about 1935. I mean, if you see the weekly bar here, on the weekly bar, you had a weekly rally which is totally been cleaned out. It is again very precarious. If 1900 goes, RIL can get into some serious trouble. Maybe 1750, 1800 is possible. While we are on the topic, why don't we see the weekly bars on Nifty and Bank Nifty also? We had two doji candles last couple of weeks, and this week we are now beginning to break the lows of this doji, these couple of doji candles. If this was narrowing on a weekly basis, you are beginning to expand on the downside on a larger time frame. Similarly, on the Bank Nifty, despite all kinds of volatility, etc., again, this was a very narrow candle and we expanded the very next week. This expansion is likely to continue below 31,000. So the sentiment, the bias is clearly on the downside. So there shouldn't be any doubt about the direction of the market. Now, basically, what are the high beta sectors? There are three sectors which are high beta. metal, financial, and you can say realty. So try to be with stocks in these three sectors to get a sharper downside. Whenever these stocks gap up, try to sell into these stocks. And the weakest stocks, I leave it to you to see, what are the weakest stocks and take individual calls. But till we don't cross 14,400 or 31,500, 700, let's make it a 200-point zone. There is no question of going long. So you can say Friday's high is our stop for thinking, for starting to think of going long. Till that time, you just expect market to decline from here, and slowly it's becoming clear that whatever happens in the budget, chances are the first couple of weeks on uh, the Nifty should be down weeks, also on the bank Nifty. Now budget can have its own excuses, and that will hurry the process down or slow the process down if it has some positives. But I don't think the budget will really stop the market from going down. That should be it. Take care, trade well. Please consult your financial advisor. Like, share, subscribe. And if you want, you should join us for our various services under the various buttons on the YouTube channel and benefit from there. Take care and goodbye.